You had the title in both hands, and you have given it to Man City.
You're going, look at the glee in your faces, bro.
Very nice.
So happy to say this. So happy to say this.
Imagine scoring 60 goals in a season.
Yeah. And you know what's remarkable?
And still not winning Ballon d'Or.
No, but you know what's remarkable? Never having a day off.
Conte.
This is my way or the highway, and I don't think they took well to that. I think Kane thrived with it, but I don't think all the other players really took to that lately. Yeah. There's a lot of people who really want that.
Yeah.
You know.
And you know what? And this whole swear to allegiance didn't even mean, bro. Why am I'm not swearing to nothing but God, brother. I'm not swearing to no allegiance, nothing, brother. Like, what am I aligning myself?
What's going on, people, and welcome to the Mongrelz podcast. Today we've actually got some interesting news about Man City, who Salam and Gary actually think are going to win the league.
Sorry?
I mean, they have won the league, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, we'll talk about that. Spurs versus Liverpool, an absolute shocker. Straight to Expressions channel.
Yeah, don't give it all away, Dom. We've got to keep some surprises. But yeah, we're going to talk about the managers as well. Some managers. League, yeah,
some managers.
But yeah. It's been a good week, I'd say.
Some couple of things off of football as well, which I think is quite interesting.
Let's just talk about how shit Arsenal have been.
I think we should start on how shit Arsenal have been. Yeah. I think it's a good topic that everyone's involved in.
It's the best season Arsenal have had in, 15, 20 years, and yet they've still not won the Premier League, which is absolutely fantastic.
You know what I love as well? I love the fact that all fans were like literally shitting themselves thinking, oh my God, Arsenal are going to actually win this league.
Yeah, man, absolutely not.
And as soon as we go behind slightly, look at them. They jump on us.
You've lost the league. You bottled the league.
You have lost the league. You've bottled it.
And you were waiting to say this. Look how happy. Look at the glee in your guys. Look at the glee in your faces, bro.
Very nice.
So happy to say this. So happy to say this. Little did you know that Fulham actually could have probably won the game against City, and obviously I wish they did.
But they didn't.
I think they're gonna have a hiccup.
Absolutely not.
I think you know what? I think Arsenal are gonna probably win. Nah. I can't see happening now.
I think Arsenal are going to
Arsenal are thrown up.
I think we're over the hiccups. Now we're over the hiccups.
Arsenal got another hiccup coming on Tuesday against Chelsea.
Oh my God.
It's a good game, man, honestly.
If we give
Arsenal 1,000 subs by then, we do a watch along.
If we give Chelsea 3 points, I am going to be the most upset guy in London. I swear to God, I cannot believe it. But you know what? To be honest, I think Chelsea are going to put up a fight. I've got to be honest with you, because
they're trying to stay in the Premier League. So
I think they're going to put up a fight, and it's a London derby. I think they're going to be prepped, briefed. Lampard loves them.
Prepped by who?
Yeah, but Lampard. No. Lampard loves those kind of games. He loves London derbies. He always has done.
Only when he was a player. But...
And I can't remember, but has he done well in London derby so far?
Probably not. He hasn't done well at anything as a manager. Yeah, so.
in total, but I think he's
done well at Derby. If that's what you're talking about.
When he was in the Championship.
That was the last time Lampard did well in anything in life.
I think. And you know what? I really feel sorry for the guy. I've got to be honest with you, because even though he's a Chelsea legend, I've always thought he was absolutely sick.
You know what? I'm actually more a supporter of Lampard as a manager than I was a player.
I'm sure you fucking are, bro. You idiot.
Long live Lampard at Chelsea.
Yeah, but don't you think with his technical ability and stuff, he would have been a sick manager? Like I genuinely think.
I just don't think it translates.
I've got to be honest with you. When Lampard went to Chelsea, first of all, I thought Lampard was going to be actually sick.
I mean, it's a good look. It looks good and sounds good.
I thought he was going to be the Mikel Arteta for Arsenal. If I'm completely honest. I genuinely thought he would.
In some ways he is, because Chelsea aren't going to win anything this season, and Arsenal aren't going to win anything this season. So.
To be fair, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, Dom.
He knows exactly what to do.
No, but look,
they are the same. Both
above everything. Right, I've got to be honest with you. Mikel Arteta and all of them have overperformed this season. I think we set our expectations way too high, but the way things were going, it was like, they come up with the stats like no team has ever lost the league from this stage.
Was you 11 points clear at one stage?
Yes,
I think we were.
Dom.
Yeah.
You can't
even with a game in hand or something. I think it was. I can't.
Arsenal were top of the league for about 90% of the season, if not more, and they have absolutely bottled it. It's like doing a whole test paper and then right on the end, the last question, just ripping it all up.
Yeah, pretty much.
It means nothing.
Yeah.
Everything else means nothing now.
Yeah.
It is
terrible. But in that Man
and
City
only
game,
Arsenal can do that. I don't think I've ever seen a team be top of the
throw away a
league,
league like this.
for so long.
Yeah.
For so long. Has it ever happened before?
I don't think so. Not in my lifetime, which is absolutely hilarious.
But you know what? I've got to be honest. That last game, it just showed it was like boys versus men. You know,
What did you guys
when
think
Man
of
City really
City
turn up,
What, City Arsenal?
you know, they completely schooled us. You know, and at the end of the day,
they did
I had
school us.
I had an inkling it was going to be that way. Kevin De Bruyne turned up like there was no tomorrow.
Yeah, he battered you. Fish and chips better.
and he's a second team.
He just showed his class, innit? He just showed his class.
He only plays.
I know he does,
every game now and again as well.
but he just showed his class. But that's the depth in the squad. But at the end of the day, right? Like, you know,
Did you think it was going to be more competitive than it was? Because I did. I thought Arsenal would come out and be like, "This is our game to win."
I thought they would have fought for it.
Yeah.
You know, even if they got yellow cards, red cards, whatever it is, show fight, I thought they would have been on it.
Didn't want it.
I've got to be honest with you. It was one of them ones, isn't it?
They legit just sailed into the sunset. They got a slow death, bruv.
I think it was the
like
nerves
watching a
as
dog
well.
get put
I've got to
down.
be honest with you. I think it was the nerves. I think all them players looked at the table and thought, shit.
Yeah, but how many times can you be nervy though? You can't be nervy 4 or 5 games in a row, brother. Like that's the game to be like, yo, fuck this. This is our last chance. Let's just go out there and
It's
do
a cup
everything we
final.
can
And
do.
do everything we can. But then again, right? Then again, I think Arteta has something to do with it. Because the reason why, because Trossard should have started.
Yeah.
100%.
But do you think you would be in
Personally,
City?
I would play Tierney. I think Man City know the tactics of Zinchenko.
I agree with you now.
Jesus.
But Trossard got everything right throughout the whole season, but now he's done one thing wrong. Apparently, it's all Arteta's fault.
No, he hasn't done one thing wrong. It's not that. It's the fact that Trossard didn't start. You got to think, with Jesus, with Zinchenko, he knows the tactics.
Yeah.
He knows what it's about. He knows what they've got, their capability.
I just don't think Trossard starting would have made you beat City.
I think it would. Well, no, I don't know if it would have made us beat City,
It wouldn't have
but I
made
think it would have made us more competitive.
I wouldn't say.
Yeah,
And I also
maybe.
think Tierney on the wing would have made us more competitive also.
Maybe,
I
but I
wouldn't
think the
say so.
gap between you and City in that game was just miles.
The gap
It was,
is way too big.
But there was also
was a
choices. Like, I
beating.
mean,
It
when
was
he
a
made
beating.
changes, we scored a goal. Things changed a little bit.
Yeah, that-
Obviously, Haaland let his hair down and fucking scored that goal. But
fucking hell.
you know,
Rapunzel, bruv.
but it's one of the Haaland's gonna score, isn't it? But
Man
at the end of the
dropped his
day,
hair down
right?
and picked up the Premier League, bruv.
There could have been-
It was like men against boys.
It was that, yeah.
Yeah.
It was
know,
that.
You know, against Man City, different class.
It's a totally different team, though.
They are the best
Yeah.
team in the league, so you would say they would win the league.
Our City, the best
I
team.
think, but I think we gave them a good run for their money.
They're definitely
you
up
know?
there as one of the best teams in Europe.
They are the best team in Europe.
They're up there.
They are the best team in Europe.
It's going to be a
They are the best
fantastic
team in
time, Man
Europe.
City, Real Madrid in the Champions League.
They are the best team
That is
in
a
Europe.
very, very good game.
My only argument is Real Madrid seem to always do well in the Champions League. They always seem to thrive.
In Europe, yeah, I agree.
Man City, I think, on a day-to-day basis, are beating them 8 times out of 10. I would say.
I'll tell you
I
right
think
now,
they would.
guys,
Depth in squad-wise, I think they would.
I'm telling you
You
right
know,
now, guys.
they've got a striker that scored 49 goals. Come on,
50 now, I think.
is it 50 now?
After his
After
goal
the
against
Fulham
Fulham,
get
yeah.
50 goals in the season.
How many people do that in the Premier
This
League?
is what I'm saying.
I know it's not Premier League goals, but
Yeah,
how many Premier League players have scored 50 goals in one season?
and you can't compare that to the league or any other league.
I want to say 0,
Yeah.
apart from
Well,
Haaland.
Well, how many goals in the Premier League has he scored though?
34 now.
Is it
34,
34?
yeah.
So that's the highest.
Yeah.
No, it's. I think
It's joint-
Andy
it's joint
Cole
with
and
Andy
Shearer
Cole
have
and
got.
Shearer.
No, but that was with
That was in 42 games.
42
wasn't it?
games a
Something
season.
like that, yeah.
So the only player
Goal to
with
game ratio, yeah.
yeah, but the
He
only
hasn't got
player
34,
with
I think he's got 32, 33.
I think he's got 34 now.
he might
Does
have
it?
34,
After his
yeah.
goal against Fulham, yeah.
And I think Saliba was the highest goal scorer in a 38 game
Saliba?
season. Mo Salah was
Oh,
the highest
maybe, yeah.
scorer.
Yeah.
And he got 32 goals.
Yeah.
So he's you know, and he's got what, 6 games left?
Yeah,
7
he's a-
games left?
he's a
whatever?
goal
He's going to
scorer
get
machine,
another
yeah.
4 or 5 at least anyway.
Yeah.
Imagine scoring 60 goals in a season.
Yeah. And you know what's remarkable?
And still not winning Ballon d'Or.
No, but you know what's remarkable? He could get young player of the season.
He
I
could,
think.
because is it under 23?
Yeah.
I thought it was under 21.
No, I think it's 23.
I mean, if it's under 23...
I think he can get young player of the season,
But obviously
which is incredible. Imagine that you're top goal scorer, beating a record, and get young player of the
But
season.
a more prestige individual trophy is winning Player of the Year, not young player.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Premier League is definitely bigger. Yeah.
Well, I would say he qualifies for both.
He can't win
I would
both,
say
though.
You can't win both. Though, yeah.
you can't win both.
No.
So I reckon he would then get player of the season, and then
Yeah.
young players got to go to an Arsenal player, isn't it? It's got to be Saka. I would have thought. Yeah.
Well,
If
if
he
he missing in the biggest game.
No, but
of the year.
if he can keep
I
up
think he
with,
might.
overall,
I
100%.
think Garnacho might.
What? In the future, he's definitely up there.
Yeah, maybe championship.
But right now, I think it's got to be Saka, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know,
I think that's enough of that joke.
Yeah,
really.
let's,
Before Dom starts getting all excited. And,
Yeah.
Well,
What joke,
not
bruv?
excited, but
What joke? It ain't a joke,
upset.
bruv.
It is a joke. You've lost. You've thrown away the title.
Arsenal are done.
Which you
Arsenal
have-
bought
you-
the plank. and
you
we-
have
we- we-
I would say we're on the back foot, innit? But anything can happen, man.
Back foot. You're
Premier League, innit?
Sucking them off,
You,
bruv.
you had the title in both hands, and you have given it to Man City,
And now
Yeah.
you've got Man City's balls in both hands.
Yeah.
pretty much.
That's what they left you.
But then again, look, Man City went
Man
for a
City
dip.
tied you up.
That's what made us look so good, if I'm completely
Man
honest.
City have tied you.
Man City did go for a dip, and then they found form. Everyone found form, and Arsenal slightly dipped form, innit?
And the
At
best
the
thing
wrong
about
time,
it,
it's unfortunate.
The
but
best
it is
thing
what it is.
about it is that, guys, Arsenal are never going to get a chance like this again to win the Premier League.
And this is
They're
where he's
never gonna
completely
be
wrong.
top of the league for 90% of the season again. They're never going to go on that run again.
That may be
Next
so.
season,
But there's nothing to say we can't win
next
it.
season, Arsenal are fighting for top 4 again.
Do you know what I think's good?
And it's
Why are we
back to
fighting for
good
top
old
4 though?
Arsenal.
Do you know what I think's good?
Yeah.
The amount of Arsenal fans that have come out of the woodwork since they've been top of the league all
Yes.
season. And
Who's come out of the
and now
woodwork?
where are they? I'm not saying you. I'm just
No.
saying I see it online.
You've been
I'm not saying you're saying me,
season.
but who's come out of the woodwork though?
No, just all these
There's loads.
YouTubers coming out.
I just think it's the same old Arsenal fans that were absolutely pissed off, and then actually we found some, some good form.
No, because now they're not talking no more.
No, because we're pissed.
Because you're fucking shit.
Because we're absolutely pissed.
Because if you come second,
Because you were walking
We're definitely not
around
shit.
If you
like
come-
big dogs bollocks the whole season, giving
And rightly so.
every single fan.
Any team
if
would.
you think about
So
it,
now
In our position, any team would. Any
But
team
now,
would.
but now we have to laugh.
Any
at you.
team would.
And now we will have to
come-
laugh at you.
If you come second, you lose.
Yes.
So you lot have lost.
Yeah, you've won less trophies than Man United
We've
this
lost in overall, but in terms of growth, we've excelled.
Absolutely not.
Massively excelled.
I see. I see.
We
it as
haven't made
missing a
Europa,
chance.
we haven't made Champions League in like 6 years, I think.
Yeah,
it is,
no,
or
Yeah,
maybe a
but
little bit
fair
more.
enough. No, you've won. That's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
positive.
And then to almost win the league,
Yeah,
that's
a positive.
is like, right, we're going in the right direction.
No, honestly, I would give you a
Yeah.
trophy for almost winning the league, man. If I could,
I would, yeah.
You know what?
I'd give you
Look,
a medal.
Best team-
The almost. winning
all I
league,
can
man.
say is
I would
wait
give them a
for the
medal
transfer
the best team
window.
to throw away the trophy.
All I can say is wait for the transfer
I'd make it
window.
like a
You're
nice
probably going to get
pearly
bought.
medal.
Yeah, you're going to get some money, whatever it is. But like Chelsea proved, look, money don't mean everything.
It
Yeah,
does. Watch
you
next
can
season.
buy whatever you want. Yeah,
Watch next
unless it's coached properly, unless the team's together properly,
Watch next
and you got good management,
Then
proper
maybe,
management.
then maybe you can almost win the Premier
Yeah.
League.
Watch next season.
Yeah, because Guardiola's the man, isn't it? We got to say that, innit? But we'll save that for later.
Absolutely
But look, at the end of the day, right? Arteta has done. I think
He's done a good job.
he could have done things slightly differently towards the end of the season.
He's done a very good job.
I take my hat off to him. I would
I
never.
do as well, man. I'm listen.
You know.
I love the fact that he got Arsenal
Young
fans
manager.
so excited.
Yeah,
And
to then shoot them down.
And then shoot them down, yeah.
It's
I
fantastic.
think that's brilliant. I think it's brilliant that he messed up Arsenal's biggest opportunity to win the
Yeah.
Premier League. In
Bearing in mind,
20
assistant
years.
manager to do that to
He deserves
the
Yeah,
best,
no,
one of the
yeah.
arguably one of the best managers.
I would say
Yeah.
Arteta probably deserves flop of the season, to be honest.
Arteta deserves flop of the season.
Yeah, only because he's thrown away the
The
title.
only reason why for me he doesn't is because at the beginning of the season, if I said to you, "Oh yeah, we're going to boss the whole league for 90% of the league," you would have laughed at me.
Well, you wouldn't have said it because that's too much of a funny joke for you to say.
The only reason why is because of history, isn't it? Like recent history. So
The only thing funnier than that joke is that
Yeah.
you do that, and then
and the
you
funniest thing for 90, you know the worst thing is for 90% of the league, you lot were on tenterhooks thinking, "Oh my god, they won another game. Oh my god, they won another game." This guy comes in and said, "I can't see Arsenal losing. They just keep winning another game." And guess what we did? But
I love being wrong.
it comes to a point where it comes to a point where shit goes left, doesn't it? And you got to accept it. Look, at the end of the day,
All right,
my-
he scored
my
at both
hat's
ends of the
off
goal. Fucking hell.
to- My hat's off to Arsenal, isn't it?
Your shirt's off as well. Because apparently you don't support them no more.
On the other hand, let's talk about the ops, isn't it? Spurs versus Liverpool. Liverpool, right? I don't mind Liverpool, but Spurs. No.
Liverpool have picked up a bit of form recently, the last 4 or 5 games.
Yeah, but both these teams.
But in terms
I
of
think-
form, though, when you say form, look at the defense. Look, they scored 3 goals against them.
Yeah.
And this is Spurs we're talking
They are
about.
leaking goals. But
Yeah.
Spurs have always got them attacking players that do score goals. Harry Kane's always going to score goals wherever he is.
And Son turns up now and again.
I mean, I say that, but when he plays for Chelsea next season, he's going to flop. So it's not great.
Why would you want
But-
Son?
No, Harry Kane.
Oh, Harry Kane.
Yeah, I'll take
you want
Harry
to get Harry Kane?
Yeah. he's
Spurs.
a good player, man.
Spurs are becoming the Premier League bicycle, man. They're shipping goals left, right, and centre, bruv.
Yeah.
Like,
5 against.
everyone gets a ride on Spurs these days, man.
5 against Newcastle.
Apart from Man United, obviously.
I mean, yeah, apart from Man United, because Man United are terrible. But we still scored 2 goals against them, and we should have probably scored more.
I think you should have won that game.
Yeah, but hey, it's what it is. But still, they concede a lot of goals
Lindelof,
for a team that's meant to be a decent team. Fucking terrible, man. Yeah. But yeah, the game against Liverpool I thought was hilarious. I thought that for Spurs to score a goal in added time and then and then while they're celebrating, Liverpool just go around the other end and Jota scores the winner and like.
It was within seconds as well. Within seconds.
Oh, it's so funny, man.
And then Klopp pulls his hamstring, which is fantastic.
I don't know what Spurs.
Oh, that was so funny. Did you see that?
Yeah, well.
Did you see that? Klopp literally went straight up to the official, started celebrating as if like, oh, shame, like, yeah, we got one over on you. And then literally pulls his hamstring in the same second and limps back to his fucking chair.
I love that.
Oh, my God.
He's out for the next 2 games as well.
Man, that flop.
Is he out for the next 2?
I don't know.
Oh, what?
I mean, he's out at the end of the season anyway, so.
Yeah, well.
We'll save that talk.
We'll see about that. Yeah.
What do you think Spurs need to do, though? Like next season? I mean, the first thing they need is a manager. They need a decent manager.
I think they should get Lampard or Potter in.
I mean, that would be good, wouldn't it? Yeah.
I mean, as a Chelsea fan, if Lampard or Potter actually went to Tottenham, they would probably do well.
I mean,
This is the thing, they would probably do well.
If Lampard went to Spurs get relegated. I mean, Spurs go to the bottom of the table, or half the table.
You know what the thing is with Spurs? They've sort of been coached into this defensive mentality, which isn't working.
I think Conte done a good job. Conte was doing all right, man.
I think Conte just wanted them to win, you know. And the problem is with Spurs, they're not built to win games over and over again. They're not built to win a league or even get top 4 at this point. No. They're kind of built for failure right now, and there needs to be massive changes, I think, at Spurs next season.
You think?
Yeah, I think they need a really big, hard mentality manager in there. That isn't going to get pushed around. I don't know who that could be.
I don't think there was any manager stopping fucking Willock's fucking through ball through the whole team. There was absolutely no manager in the world. But you know what?
I don't know. It's hard.
I feel like a lot of the teams that have beat them have sort of got a bit lucky as well. In a lot of respects. No, they have got a bit lucky.
Them up, bro.
You can't get lucky scoring 5 goals.
Yeah, you can't get lucky getting spanked every single week.
No, but I feel like that's an off game.
No, but
do you know what I mean? It was an off game.
Games, bro.
Was it an off
Have you
game
seen their
against
record
Liverpool
against the top 6?
It's shocking.
I mean, you have.
It's absolutely shocking.
Earlier today.
What is it, like 7
It's absolutely shocking.
I mean, they've lost to everyone.
Something like that.
Except United.
One win. There was one win.
Else they've lost against.
Yeah.
So
why would they not?
Listen, Arsenal. I'm not Arsenal. I mean Arsenal.
But it was the Conte setup, innit? You know what I mean? It was one of them ones. It's not working for them.
No, I think Spurs need a real big, strong manager that's gonna ignore the board's bullshit.
But this is the thing with Conte. Conte wants to be in charge. Conte doesn't listen to the board.
But he won't be in charge.
And that's why he was kicked out of Chelsea.
He won't be in charge.
Get on with the board at Spurs either.
Because I think Conte's way is more sort of bringing sort of maturer players. Sort of 28.
Conte's way is, it's my way. I'm the manager.
Yeah, but his way is generally bringing maturer players that he knows can do a job for 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And then I've done my job. And he'll move on.
And then he'll move on.
And he'll move on. You know, which Tottenham are thinking, well, no, it's not going to happen or whatever. Or they're not going to spend their money. We know that. Yeah. But it's one of them ones, isn't it? But
I mean, they're still paying off their stadium, so.
Yeah, which is hard, you know. It's hard work, you know. But I think Conte overall should have done a better job with him. Let's be honest.
I'm not sure, man.
I think he should have. I think he could have got more out of them players. Definitely.
When Conte was there,
I remember when he first came in, he had them on some training regime of running like some stupid mileage and annoying everyone, getting everyone on the back foot, thinking, "Who is this guy telling us we got to do this, that, the other?"
He's the best, one of the best managers you've ever had, bro.
Yeah,
that's who he is.
But the thing is,
in my opinion,
yeah. But I feel like they came from a sort of slack position where they're like, "Yeah, it's all right, have a day off," and they came from that sort of thing where it was right, okay, you're never having a day off.
Conte,
this is my way or the highway. And I don't think they took well to that. I think Kane thrived with it, but I don't think all the other players really took to that regime.
Son struggled this season.
Yeah, I don't think the other players took to that regime. You know, there's only certain players that thought, you know what, yeah, let's do it. Other players thought, no, who are you? You know, I'm good enough. I don't need to listen to you. Whatever.
They were wrong though. 'Cause they're not
I think the dressing rooms had a bit of issues. I don't think everyone's getting on the way it looks.
Maybe Conte's ego's too big. I don't know.
His ego's very big.
He has got a big ego.
All big managers have big egos.
But he is a winning manager, like you said.
Anything to win the
game. But it just hasn't worked. It hasn't worked.
I think if they gave Conte full reins to like sign his own players and do what he wanted to do, Spurs would be in a way better position now.
They would be, yeah. But for 2 seasons, they'd have a chance.
You can't give Conte like the same team and tell him to just deal with those players that he feels aren't good enough. It's not going to work.
Yeah.
But anyway, forget Spurs. Anyway, moving off Spurs, we got Liverpool. I want to talk about Liverpool. Well, we can move on to the next topic. Really, when it comes to Liverpool, there are rumours going around that Klopp is leaving Liverpool at the end of the season, and it's looking like he might go to
Real Madrid.
I mean, how many years has Klopp been at Liverpool now?
It must have been at Liverpool, what, 7 years?
7 years, maybe,
yeah.
I've got to be honest, he feels like a staple of Liverpool.
Yeah.
He really does.
I would say he's been one of Liverpool's best managers.
He really does feel like a staple of Liverpool.
Their best manager in my lifetime.
Yeah.
I've got to be honest, when I think of Liverpool, Klopp's face literally comes into my mind. You know, that's the sort of staple he is in that
Klopp's a very
team.
good manager.
Before that, it was Gerrard. When Klopp came in, it's Klopp.
Yeah.
You know, and that's how I feel about Liverpool. So that'd be a big loss.
He's like the face of the winning Liverpool that we know now. Like this side that's won Champions League, won Premier Leagues, and kind of overachieved in loads of areas.
They have, yeah.
But you know, I think this rumor could be true, and you know what? I would love it to be true. I would love them to lose Klopp. If they lost Klopp, I think that club would go into disarray for a year or two.
I think they would struggle.
Yeah, and I think
it's a big transition though, man.
All good things come to an end, isn't it?
Yeah,
like they say.
Yeah. And we love to see Liverpool's good thing come to an end.
Yeah.
So
of course we
Klopp, head off to Real Madrid, man. Honestly, and you know, Real Madrid, you'll be getting a class manager if you get Klopp in there.
Yeah, you will.
One of the best in the world, and I'm sure he would dominate that league.
He would. He really
would. The
would.
firepower that Real Madrid have. So,
he really would. I feel like he'd get a treble or something silly like that. He would absolutely ruin that league. He would. He would have ruined that league.
I feel like for a large part of the last few years, I think Liverpool and City have played better football than Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Overall, consistently.
Yeah,
I know
their football's been phenomenal.
Champions League and turned up in big games. But even if I'm thinking, this is why I'm worried about the treble thing with City, because I think that City are a better side overall than Real Madrid. And I think they have been even last season when they got beat by Real Madrid.
I agree.
I think they outplayed them.
I agree.
And I think now this season they're probably even better, which is a bit worse. It's a bit crazy, you know.
Yeah.
So I think I would not count out City to beat Real Madrid in the fight in their tie, and I think City could definitely go on and win the Champions League. So it just shows really how I think if Klopp went to Real Madrid, there'd be a big shift in the way they play football, basically.
Even as experienced as the Man City players are and the depth in squad, I do feel like when it comes to like a final of a Champions League, which they're not, you know, it's not it's something they win often, obviously as Real Madrid. I think nerves come into play.
Yeah,
of course.
Real Madrid are sort of thinking, look, the trophies are there. You know, we ain't got nothing to prove. Let's just go out and perform.
Real Madrid have been there.
Whereas Man City are thinking, you know what? This is the pinnacle. Like, I win this, I win the league, I win this. Like, we are the best team. No one can argue. Yeah. And I think for that sort of status, it's hard. It's hard on the players, but I feel like they've got the minerals to do it, if I'm completely honest. I feel like they've got it. The way they beat us and made us look absolutely stupid. You look at them and think, there's no other team in the world that could do that.
I think... just saying about the Klopp thing, you know, I feel like maybe it sounded like maybe I was bashing Ancelotti. For me, Ancelotti is one of my favourite managers I've seen play in football. Yeah. You know, one of the best managers. But he is coming to the end. You know, he's an older guy. He's coming to the end of his
What do you
career.
like about his football?
I think overall he's got brilliant style of football as far as like attacking.
Do you think it's exciting football?
I think overall, yeah. I think at Real Madrid in his later days, the style has kind of been adapted to an older team.
Yeah.
So that's for sure happened.
It's not as fast.
No, it's not. But he still has those. You know, electric wing. He still plays that 4-3-3.
Yeah,
you know,
it's more precision.
Yeah, but if I'm thinking about Ancelotti in the Premier League, brilliant football. You know, I would have taken him at Man United when he was at Chelsea. I thought they played brilliant football.
And then he went to Everton.
Yeah, I mean, no, he didn't go straight to Everton. He went to Bayern Munich. Remember, but again, brilliant football. Didn't he play good football in Bayern Munich? No?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. So I think he won a Champions League at Bayern Munich. So
it wouldn't surprise me.
Listen, Ancelotti. The only thing with Ancelotti is that he's coming to the end. I think so.
Yeah.
So it's coming to that phase of his career.
But don't you feel like he's in that sort of stage where he's a bit stuck in his ways?
No, he's definitely stuck in his ways, but his ways are winning ways.
But I've got to be honest with you. In the Premier League, that doesn't always work now. Like if you're stuck in the ways and you're not willing to adapt, I don't think that works in the Premier League now. I think the Premier League is so competitive that unless you adapt and you can change and you can have Plan B that becomes your Plan A, I don't think you got a chance. And I think that's where sort of Mikel Arteta sort of fell, where that sort of Plan B is like it wasn't an option. It was like right, Plan A, that's it,
and there was no Plan B.
And there was no Plan B.
Yeah.
And I feel like in the Premier League now, if you want to win, it's those little changes like that left back or that centre back from Man City, where it's little gems in the side, and he made a big difference in that game.
But that comes with finances and scouting and things like that as well. That the whole infrastructure of City
it does
phenomenal.
But it also goes on to the back of taking a chance. You know, he trusted him. He thought, you know what, I've seen what he's done. Let me put him on. And it's one of them ones where I think even if Mikel Arteta saw gold from someone, he'd be like, you know what, nah, I'm just going to stick with I'm just going to stick with the same. And that is what is not going to work in the Premier League. So I think Ancelotti's got a chance, but he's going to have to make some changes.
Yeah. So as far as managers go, if you were to say right now, top managers in the world, who are you going with? Top 3 maybe. We were talking about this earlier.
Right now, managers right now.
Yeah. So I think
past or present.
I think it's better to talk about an all-time list. Okay,
An all-time list.
Yeah. So it's
you would think it's better, obviously, but it's fine. Well, if we're thinking about an all-time list,
top 5 all-time.
Well, if you're thinking about an all-time list, the top 2 have got to be Fergie 1 and Arsene Wenger number 2.
I would have thought so.
Now, people were saying, I've heard this debate come up, that if Pep wins the treble, does Pep become a better manager than Fergie?
He's in the conversation. Let's see what he does next season.
I definitely don't think he is.
He is in the conversation
to be better than Fergie.
All right, so put it this way: if he gets the treble this year, and say for instance, whatever he wins the league
Fergie's
next
still the greatest
year,
manager of all time.
Fergie for me isn't going to get beaten in our lifetime, era-wise.
Pep's got time. Pep's got plenty of time.
I don't think Pep can do it, and I'll tell you why I don't think Pep can do it. Pep, to me, a lot of his wins have come on the back of great individual players and teams and rosters, you know.
And you don't think Fergie had the same?
Fergie didn't always have the same. Fergie won the Champions League with Aberdeen, brother.
Yeah, but it's a completely different league we're talking about.
No, it's not.
He won the what?
He won the European League with Aberdeen.
The European League?
Which was the Champions League.
Oh, it was the Champions League?
No, yeah, that is the Champions League. It was
in,
just the old name.
In what year?
I don't remember the year, but in the 80s, late 80s.
Before we were born.
1946.
Late 80s.
Yeah, but before we were born.
No, yeah, and he also
was completely different.
No, wait, and he also won the Premier League without having the best team in the league every year.
With Wes Brown playing at centre back, bro.
Yeah, because he could get the best out of players. That's 100%.
I would say the only thing with Pep, I think Pep's style of football is more distinct than Fergie's. I think Fergie's coaching, you know, he was clever enough to adapt his coaches.
Yeah,
he brought in different coaches
and
rotated
with that.
them.
Whereas Pep is more regimented.
Well, yeah, but I think Pep just has like a more unique style that he just sticks to.
Yeah.
Whereas Fergie adapted more.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But
he did.
Yeah, I don't think Fergie will get beaten him. I think even if Pep did win the treble, which would be a fucking nightmare if that happened, but I can't even think about it. But I think that would put him very, very high up there.
It would, yeah.
I've actually got a bit of a shocker already. I think Pep is probably number 2 in our lifetime.
It's a debatable. It's definitely debatable.
I would go Arsene Wenger 3.
Obviously, for me, it's got to be Wenger 2nd.
You know what? Actually, if I'm being honest, I probably wouldn't. I'd probably go Mourinho 3.
Really?
And I'd probably go.
Why would you go Mourinho 3?
I'll tell you in a minute. I'd probably go Arsene Wenger 4, and I'd probably go Carlo Ancelotti as 5.
I was going to say Ancelotti's got to be there as well. Yeah.
I'll go Ancelotti as 5 just because.
So Klopp isn't in this conversation. Is that? Did you say Klopp?
Klopp's not far off.
Klopp's
not far off.
Klopp would be 6 maybe.
Yeah.
He's definitely in the top 5.
Who's he better than? He's not better than Carlo.
For me, he's above Ancelotti.
No, he's not. But he's not accolades wise.
And the only reason why is because of what he done with Liverpool. He completely changed the team round.
Well,
to win almost everything there is.
I think you're missing out what Ancelotti has done. Ancelotti has more trophies.
Yeah. Not in the Premier League.
In different leagues.
Yeah, in different leagues. Well, but that's a different conversation. You know,
Ancelotti's done it everywhere he's gone.
He's done it in the European leagues.
Yeah.
Spain, everywhere he's gone.
Okay.
Ancelotti's got loads of stats over Klopp.
Has Klopp not done anything in the Bundesliga?
It doesn't matter.
Why does it not matter?
He won something with Dortmund.
He definitely done fantastic.
Yeah, but Carlo's done that as well. Carlo's high, bro.
Okay, right now, if you had a football team that you were going to put together, and you could choose between Klopp and Ancelotti,
right now, Carlo, I say he's older. He's at the end of his career.
So. No, but so who are you choosing?
I choose Klopp.
Of course, you're going to choose Klopp.
But
why are you going to
but
choose
this is an
Klopp?
all-time list, though.
What's the contract there?
Yeah, but why are you going to choose Klopp?
Because Klopp is a younger manager right now.
Exactly.
He'll probably be there for longer.
And he's a better manager technically, and has a lot more time
He's not a
managing.
better manager technically.
No.
You don't think he's better?
I disagree.
I think he's better technically. If I'm completely honest,
I disagree.
I think Ancelotti's
I think
one
he
of
is.
the best technically.
Yeah.
I think he managed the side very well. I don't know.
There's argument to say Ancelotti is one of the best technically.
I think if Liverpool were doing better this season, that would be a different.
No, I think I think just accolades.
You don't think
wise,
so?
Yeah, I think. Who would you have?
I would probably.
Look at Klopp's
It's
consistency
similar
though.
to yours.
Yeah,
I would probably put Arsene Wenger number 3, if not number 2.
and you put Mourinho 4.
I'd probably put Pep 3.
Yeah. Oh, Pep 3.
Yeah, maybe Ancelotti 4
Yeah.
and Mourinho 5.
The only thing that's made me put Arsene lower is because of the amount of years he spent not winning anything.
I don't even know how you rate Klopp over. Mourinho over Klopp.
No, yeah,
Because he plays suicide football. I don't understand how you rate that.
Mourinho won
plays-
everything.
Mourinho plays to win as well.
Mourinho won everything.
But he plays suicide football.
Mourinho
Bruv.
is
I don't understand how.
Mourinho's happy to park the bus and win 1-0.
Mourinho won everything.
Yeah, I don't rate that.
Style of play,
I don't rate
I'd
it.
rate Klopp.
I don't rate
but,
it, but you get the
but we're talking about winning managers here,
You
yeah?
don't always get the win, man.
If-
Tottenham
if-
tried it every
If we're
week.
talking about winning
Don't fucking-
managers... no,
They don't, bro. And the football's boring. I've got to be honest. I'll turn off.
The football is boring.
The football's boring. It's shit football.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
Shit
if we're talking
football.
about winning
If
football...
every team in the league played like that, you wouldn't even watch Premier League.
Right, but if you're talking about
You'd be
winning...
flicking over to
okay, but
Serie
if
A,
you're talking about
mate.
winning football, though...
You would not be watching it, and that's bad.
If you're talking about winning football, though, Mourinho has to be up there.
Yeah.
Winning football, I would say Klopp wins over Mourinho.
Mourinho won the Champions League with Porto, brother. What has Klopp done like that? Nothing.
But he's won the Champions League.
No, with Liverpool, with one of the best teams in the world. But he doesn't win with Porto. Bro, Mourinho won the Champions League with Porto. Just really let that sink in. Think about that, bro.
Yeah.
Think about how good a manager you have to be.
Yeah, but miracles do happen,
Yeah.
man. I mean,
You know, it's a different type of skill to win the Champions League with Porto than to win it with Barca with Xavi and Iniesta in midfield, or win it with Liverpool with fucking Mo Salah on the right and Mane on the left.
Yeah.
You know, that's different. It comes down more to the manager. If you got a Porto win the Premier League, he won it with Porto. He won it with Chelsea. He didn't win Champions League with Chelsea, but he won trophies with Chelsea.
Yeah.
He won Champions League with Inter Milan. He won trophies with Inter Milan, bro. An old agent Inter Milan to say that at least as well.
it's good work. I'm not going to say he's bad. I'm not going to say he's bad, but
Across the
I think
world,
to
bro.
put him above Klopp is, I don't know, man.
No, I'm just saying Klopp
For me, Klopp's top 5.
With me, Klopp
He's
in
definitely top
years
5.
could definitely overtake some of these guys.
Yeah.
But
He's
he just
definitely
hasn't
top
done
5
it
for me.
yet. Now, for example, if Klopp went to Real Madrid and slapped out there, then we have another conversation about that.
Well,
I mean, he's not even going above 30.
I think that's
but
what would happen if I'm completely
we're
honest.
gonna see.
It would
Yeah, we're
happen.
gonna see.
And you guys agree with
Yeah,
that?
but you have to do
I do
it for me
agree.
to put him in the list. That's the thing.
Yeah.
We'll find out anyway.
Yeah.
So where we going? Fergie. I would say Wenger because
I'll say Wenger. I'll
just
say
because of the
Wenger
legacy.
second, yeah. I'll probably say Pep 3.
Pep very close 3 for
Yeah.
me. Even as an Arsenal fan, I say he's a very close 3.
I put Ancelotti 4 and Mourinho 5. I'm guessing you're
For-
putting Klopp.
He's been hurt by Mourinho. That's why.
For me, it's probably Klopp, Ancelotti. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where I would put it
Okay, cool.
for me. But
In England,
Hi, TV on.
is Charles in there as well? Is he? Bloody hell. Down the bistro.
Good old Charles, eh?
Down the bistro.
in England,
Getting himself right involved.
Okay. In England next week, there is the coronation for the new king,
Who's that?
King Charles.
What?
And it's just come out, been released in a press release that
Good old
they are
Charles.
planning to basically make the country swear allegiance
To Camilla.
all at the same time
To Camilla, for fuck.
to Charles and his heirs as their rightful kings.
And Camilla.
And it's the first time apparently that they've done that in public. So
To his hairs on his head.
what do you guys think about that?
I think.
I think it's dreadful.
Well, no. To be fair, though, I think anyone in that position would probably say the same thing. Is it the right thing
Absolutely
to say? We've never been through this before.
What do you mean?
We've never been through this before.
No, this is the first time they've made everyone do it at the same time.
Yeah.
in history.
Yeah.
But is that because of technology and they can get that out there? Because I feel like if they had that, then they'd
No.
probably do the same thing.
Apparently there's millions
Well,
of people doing it as well.
we've never been
apparently
through that
millions
before.
are going to do it in like a
so-
big chorus. They're going
Are
to
you
swear
gonna
this
be
and
there?
it is. I'm definitely not going to be there. You know what? This might be a personal kind of opinion. My opinion on the royal family is that I'm actually okay with the royal family being there. I think they're a nice little tourism thing. They're a bit to me like Big Ben or like London Bridge. Like
Yeah, they're part of history, innit?
Yeah,
Something to
part of
look
the
at.
furniture.
it's something to look at. It's something to dress up and put out there to the rest of the world. Like
Brings
this
in
is-
tourism.
yeah,
that kind of thing.
Yeah, this is something that's part of our.
It's like a black
us-
cab, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is something that's part of us and part of our
yeah.
culture, you know? But ultimately, that's all they are to me. They're not anything else besides that.
Yeah.
Now, saying that, I think the royal family had a lot more weight to them when they had the Queen there, mainly because of the longevity. You know, the Queen was there throughout our whole lifetime. I don't remember a time without the Queen, and a lot of people don't, you know? That was a staple to us in our minds throughout time.
Can I just say, I think having the Queen there was, that definitely held a bit of weight.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely held a bit of weight with everyone.
Yeah, and everyone
Exactly,
can
and that's all
respect.
we knew.
And I think with a lot of people, everyone can respect anyone being committed to a role, and she was definitely committed to a role.
Yeah, she did it well.
And,
She was.
and in
Did it very
that respect, everyone kind of was like, fair enough. She's done that for all her life.
And we respected that.
and she went out, with
Yeah.
that. However, now we have Charles. Now Charles is a very different figure to the Queen, mainly because of loads of things that have happened in his past. You know. I personally, I'm not calling no man king. That's another thing as well, brother. I'm not calling nobody king.
Mainly because he's not going to be there for 50 years.
Yeah, he's
Let's be
not.
honest.
Yeah, exactly. So he's never going to get that same kind of love as the Queen got.
I wouldn't
and
say so.
he's already kind of got a name that's based on, you know, cheating and snidiness
negativity.
and looking down on people and bullying and all this type of shit. You know,
What's wrong with that?
I mean, yeah.
No, but yeah.
no,
No, of course.
No, I would say in my lifetime, you know, Princess Diana was probably the royal member that was most looked fondly upon.
Yeah.
And she was like the member that the people kind of got behind, you know, the national people.
Yeah.
And he was basically the anti Diana, you know. He was like the
people
villain.
loved her.
Yeah, exactly. And
Everyone-
he was the
everyone
villain in
loved
that
her.
story.
Yeah, yeah.
And even though that was years ago.
Even I went to Diana's funeral
Did you?
as a kid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Which is you know, that's the only royal funeral or even royal gathering I've ever been to in my life.
Yeah.
You know, it was such a big thing, especially for my family.
Yeah,
You know,
and you know what I've realized? You know, a lot of people like it was a commoner's princess. You know, like the people that were like working class, they loved her. Because
she was a people's
She's
person.
very relatable.
But she
was a
appealed to
peaceful
that
person.
class of people, and he was the villain in that story, you know.
Yeah.
And I think for a lot of people that remember that story, they still kind of see him as that. Now, of course, a lot of things have happened since then that's kind of got him over it. But to me, if there was ever like a Prince Andrew incident coming up now, I think the royal family would be done. I think there'll be too much pressure, and there's no queen there to hold it together, where people can go, well, at least be like the queen.
Yeah.
Now, there's none of that.
Yeah, I think
now,
if there was anything as big as that.
Yeah, if that happened again, there will be a thing where the royal family would probably get so much pressurized, it'd be out of there.
Yeah.
And
There's a lot of people who already want that.
Yeah.
You know?
And you know what?
That's true.
And this whole swear to allegiance thing, what does this fucking even mean, bro? Why am I'm not swearing to nothing but God, brother. I'm not swearing to no allegiance, nothing, brother. Like, what am I aligning myself to?
I agree
Get your
with him
cunt to
in
swear.
respect.
Get your fucking son to swear allegiance.
I mean, put it this way.
Yeah.
Get your son Harry to
Yeah.
swear allegiance,
Look,
and then I might think about it.
Put
bro.
it this way. It's not like we got any choice in the matter.
What?
Of course you got a choice.
Of course you got a choice. What are they gonna do?
No, in terms of him being our king.
Oh, no,
no.
He can be. No, but that's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
a figure. And we can
Yeah,
say
that's what I'm saying.
he has the role of king, but it means
not a
nothing
problem.
to me.
Put it this way. If you could choose anyone in the world to be king, it wouldn't be him, would it?
I wouldn't care. I couldn't care less.
But it wouldn't be.
Yeah.
No, it definitely
Let's
wouldn't
just
be.
be
Yeah,
honest.
definitely
So
wouldn't
it's
I don't
it's
really
what.
care if it's
Yeah,
fucking Steve down the road.
Yeah.
to be honest.
So
You know what
let's be honest. You know, at the end of the day, it is what it is.
Yeah. But the arrogance
thanks for
to
the
get to swear allegiance.
thanks
is
for the day
weird.
off. That's really
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, we'll take the day off.
we'll
that's
take the
for
day
sure.
off.
Yeah, we love that. But
I'm
yeah.
glad some of you will anyway.
I mean,
yeah,
yeah.
guys, working.
Yeah. Key workers.
But yeah, what do you think? You gonna swear allegiance?
Absolutely not.
I mean, what am I swearing allegiance to as well? That's another thing. Like, I'm swearing allegiance to a person I don't know, who hasn't earned anything to be in this role. He was just born in it.
He knows,
Yeah,
he knows everything.
it is what
So
it is.
why
Isn't
am I
it?
swearing
Situations.
allegiance to you? This
He-
is what you don't
he
understand,
knows,
bro.
He knows everything about you. That's a fact.
Because all he wants
Yeah,
is
he might
obviously
do.
he wants the respect from the people, innit? And I don't think he's gonna
Yeah, but
get.
you don't get people to
Yeah, but-
swear to you, bro. You
yeah,
have to
but-
earn that respect.
I think he's gonna get a good audience, and I think he's gonna think, oh yeah, it's all worked.
No,
But you know,
no,
I think
no,
there's gonna be a lot of people that think different as well.
You can get respect, but it doesn't mean everyone's got to swear allegiance.
No.
though.
Yeah,
Like,
swear-
I think that took it a little bit too far.
No, swear allegiance is like I swear to follow you for your generation.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like no
do-
matter
and do
what,
as I'm
Yeah.
told
bro.
by you
Exactly.
for the
Yeah.
rest of
Who
life.
are you, bro?
And the thing is, I think when you
Who are
swear
you?
allegiance, it's one of them ones where you actually believe it in yourself, and
Eventually, you will. Think,
yeah, and I don't
But
think.
this is why he
yeah.
wants people to swear because when people
Because
say
people
things,
believe it, yeah.
kind of indoctrinates
and it'll
them,
become
you
a
know?
thing.
Yeah.
yeah.
If you say it over and over and over again,
Yeah.
you start to believe it yourself.
Yeah.
Even though at the start you didn't believe it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, it's like indoctrination. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And you know what they're going to do as well? They're going to get the little kids to do it and probably
Of course they
swear
are.
it and all
By
that.
the
kind
time
of
they're 30, it's going to
Yeah.
be like, oh, yeah, I've got to
yeah.
do as I'm
Oh, I
told.
swore allegiance to him.
Yeah.
And the thing is, swearing allegiance is kind of implying that no matter what he does, I'll be aligned to him. No, bro. Like, if he does some fucked up shit, it means nothing to me. Like, he has to get taken
Yeah.
out, in my opinion. So, Not any violent stuff, but just taken out of the position.
just move from position. Yeah. No, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
It's not like the old days.
I think the country has upheld quite a decent reputation with the Queen.
Yeah.
I mean,
but this guy's not the Queen.
He's definitely not the Queen. I think things have been pretty stable while the Queen was in power in terms of.
I'd say so. Yeah.
You know, we never really went through anything that was life threatening in terms of wars.
No,
especially
she has no power over those things.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't. But I think there's an element of hierarchy.
Yeah.
And although the Queen is harmless, like, you know, she's not gonna, you know, but I think she demanded that much respect that I think they kept us safe. If I'm completely honest, I think she kept us safe in many ways.
But she got the respect.
And she got the respect by having common sense, I think.
Yeah, she had a lot of common sense.
She had a lot of common sense.
But how do you think she kept us safe, though? She didn't keep us safe.
I think she did in many ways that you don't see. In terms of...
she has no power.
No, she doesn't. Well, she does have power. The monarchy can override the government, by the way.
Yeah, but they can't, though.
They can.
They can't, though.
But by the book, they can.
Yeah, but the reality is, if we all voted right now for the monarchy to not be here, they wouldn't be here.
No, but if I'm completely honest, any big decisions in terms of war, whatever, it definitely goes past them. That's for sure.
Yeah, but they do what they're told.
I don't think it's as quick as... I don't think it's as clear cut as that. I think they have a lot to do with it.
They don't. They don't.
History says they do, but they always have a lot to do with it.
In history, before we were a democracy, yes, they did. But now they don't. It's basically like formalities. Like it's like a tradition, but it's not actual. They don't have any real power over people decisions. That's why we have a prime minister.
Yes, true, but they can override that. Just so you know.
But they can't really, though. In legislation, they can.
Yeah.
But
legislation
they can't, though. No, but they can't. It would take away.
I suppose we'll never see that.
No, I think it'll take a lot more. It'll take a lot more.
It might do. It might do.
Stages.
It would take away our democracy if they ever did it. So they would get voted out. They get pushed out.
But what is democracy, man?
Democracy when you vote someone in.
For the same thing that someone else is going to give you?
No, but regardless, the illusion of democracy still has to exist.
Yeah.
So
but because it isn't,
to have it, so whoever you vote in,
just so you know, because it is an illusion, things can change.
Yeah, anything can change. But
you never believe what you see because there's a lot of things that change just for their sake.
Yeah, but they could not openly come out and say
including teacher striking. What's all that about?
Yeah, we're not talking about teacher striking.
Are we not talking about that?
Yeah, I know, man.
Is that political?
So man. Honestly.
Yeah, teachers, man.
It's unnecessary.
Fucking watch Royal Mail go on strike. Then what happens? Fuck yeah.
You don't get your bills for the post, do you?
Yeah. Can't strike.
All right, cool. So we're all against the swearing allegiance, then, yeah?
I would say so, yeah.
All right, cool.
Look, at the end of the day, I don't say I'm against it. If you want to do it, do it.
Yeah, but you're against it.
But I'm not saying I'm fully against it, but it's just not something I would do.
Okay, yeah. So you're against it.
Not really against it. Like I'm not saying everyone don't do it.
But you're not going to do it.
But it's just not something I'm going to personally do. If you want to do it, feel free to do it. Whatever. It's not going to affect in my life.
If you
we can't change the situation.
If you want to blindly swear your allegiance to a stranger you don't know,
feel free to.
Then go for it.
And an elitist who cheated on his wife, then do it.
Yeah.
Whose son doesn't speak to him, do it, man.
Then go for it. Yeah.
Go for it.
Feel free to.
If you're just that blind faith in random people, remember they're all just people, bro. They wear crowns and gowns and shit.
Exactly the same as everyone else.
To me, bro, they haven't been voted in. To me, they're just playing a role, and I'm happy for them to play that role. But don't make me swear nothing to you, bro.
Exactly.
Same as everyone else.
God, bro. That's
we're all
people.
Absolutely, I agree with that.
Yeah.
So check out the next pod, innit? Yeah.
But yeah.
Next pod, general knowledge questions. We've got different questions. We'll see what happens, innit?
Don't do a dance for the
camera. Don't play darts for the camera.
If his mum was here, I would, but it's fine.
But yeah, anyway. See you guys next time.
See you next time, guys.
Soon come.
Peace.